down on Power 106 FM out there in LA. Shout out to them with Nick Cannon. And he talked about an encounter that he had with the great Suge Knight. Let's play this clip and talk about this.
Yeah, man.
West Coast hip hop. Your story's being told as a boss.
Yeah, you know, I've been face to face with Suge with guns drawn.
Right.
On both sides.
Right.
You know, I didn't been like Suge rode up on me one time at the Vibe after the Vibe Awards after party with like 60 gangsters, and he wanted to press for something I said in my song about him, which I said it because I'm from Compton. I'm really from Compton.
Right.
And I felt like Death Row and Suge and that whole era took so many lives that didn't get mentioned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the city. And a couple of those was friends and big homies. And so I said a few things about Suge that he didn't like, and they rode up on me. But at that time, I was 25, bald head with like 7X khakis on, and I wasn't having no type of back down. And I drew my gun on all of them. And I held my own. And from that day forward, it was nothing but respect with Suge. And you know, I throw jabs sometimes, mainly because I can, and everybody know that, you know, I'm an asshole sometimes, so that's what I do. But I talk to Suge from the inside. Yeah, he does have a different perspective on life, and he should have a different perspective on life, because where else do you go here? I mean, go from here with, you know, being, you know, how you used to be. Like, it's got to be 50, you know what I'm saying? 50 plus. And so, yeah, man. But at the end of the day, man, we can't take away what he did give. You know what I'm saying? The pop.
So, yeah, you know, he goes in to talk more about some of the positive things that Suge Knight, you know, did. If you want to see that full interview, you want to go to YouTube and type in Power 106 FM out in LA. They got that full interview available for your whole consumption. Sam, man.
Great plug, old guy.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, though, about the game? He's looking pretty. He got all these gray hairs now. Looking kind of, he's stressing a little, man. I don't know.
Maybe you know not, what? But you know, I'm glad Game don't ever do a podcast, and here's why: we enjoy the stories. You know what I mean? At certain times and certain
places. Yeah.
Great time, great content. I mean, he's a great storyteller, and it was a great story to hear. We remember the game. I remember the game. I love the game when he came out. He was a wild bull, Compton crazy dude. He reminded me of the old Death Row days, to be perfectly honest with you, with Pac and Snoop and those brothers over there. And he was on G Unit doing his thing, and then he beefed with them. And then we had the 100 bars of running, 200, 300 bars of running. Then he was beefing with this person, that person. And he really kind of put his name out there as being one of them lyrical animals. So we had a lot of respect and appreciation for Game early on, documentary days, you know what I mean, early on. So I appreciate the storytelling, man. I do.
And I would just say, you know, if indeed all aspects of this story is how he said it went, and I don't have no reason to believe that it didn't go how he said it went, but shout out to him. I mean, if that's what you used to do back in the day, and I mean, I would do the same thing if I had some heat on me and dudes trying to come at me. I'm pulling it out on them.
Well, I got it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna just hold it. So, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from them, but you know, like you said, it's great to hear these type of stories, you know, every now and then. Not all every day, you know, so it's a great thing, man. You know, hip hop is one of the greatest, I would say, genres out there, the culture of it, because it's us and we get to tell our life story, you know, through that, and, you know, through the media outlets, through the rappers and stuff like that. That's the part that I enjoy about it all, man. Definitely.
And something to kind of extend on, we were talking about behind the scenes, is something we're excited to start transitioning on. Is we're going to still rock the news stories because this is what we do, but kind of talking to people face to face, eye to eye, so that we can get a real perspective and talk based on that, as opposed to giving our opinions on somebody that we may not necessarily know. Although we do give the news and we give that perspective, and we love to give our thoughts on that, and love the ears that appreciate the thoughts. Sitting with somebody and being able to dialect and rap with them face to face. If we had a game sitting here, we could talk about some of the things that we have opinions on during the news stories. Would make for great content, great conversation, and gain a respect for one another. It would be dope. Looking forward to that in 2020 with that transition, man. And it's exciting, man.
Yeah, I definitely just can't wait, man, to start bringing people in, you know, to our new studio, and just having some real good conversations with them, man. This was going to be a great thing coming up real soon. So y'all just got to stay patient with us. Y'all have been, you know, but through this transition, very, very quickly. But we gonna be changing things up for the better. Definitely.
Looking forward to it. I mean, and only been in this shit for 2 years. Let's not get it twisted. I know we on here 4 days a week, and we got damn near 300 episodes in the box that y'all know of that we started counting.
All right.
But it's fresh, man. I think we've been doing this together for 2 years. Collectively, been doing this period for maybe three and some change. Ain't been a long time, man. So
yeah, appreciate
y'all sticking around. Appreciate the grind. Game, don't start a podcast. Appreciate this.
He might be the next one to do it.
I hope not. And that ain't no diss to him. It's just like, dog, it's so watered down. Like, no disrespect to a T.I. If T.I. dropped the album tomorrow, I wouldn't care. Just because
talk too much.
I don't want to hear it. You talking on the podcast, you talking on her podcast, this podcast, explaining yourself on that podcast. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
I remember the Rubber Band Man and the mystique behind that. Got to read about that motherfucker in the magazine.
Yeah, that was man, that was everything.
I missed those days.
Listen to Paper Trail, listening to his life story on the track. I like that, man. But that is what it is. All right, we're gonna jump to rapid fire real quick, Sam. And I got something that came down just a few minutes ago, and it deals with the Major League Baseball. Pretty much, the article says that MLB reportedly no longer tests for marijuana, but it has new testing rules for opioids. What do you think about them no longer testing for marijuana?
Great for the MLB. I'm going to look up some statistics real quick because I don't know the statistics of race in that, because that's an interesting conversation, because I believe African Americans, blacks, are probably on the lowest scale of that percentage.
Probably
Hispanics very high. So I mean, a shout out to the brown people that's involved in that. But it's also America's sport. It's also the good old boy sport. So why not decriminalize it in the sport that probably fills the most whites outside of hockey than any other sport in America?
It says about 42%, and this is an estimate.
42% what?
Black.
God damn, in the MLB.
Let me see. Well, people of color making up 42%.
Okay, so black and Hispanic.
Yeah, so it says African Americans, about 13%.
Okay,
it's decreased, but yeah.
Okay, so about where I thought.
yeah, it ain't like it's 70.
About where I thought. So I mean, interesting. I would love to see it in the NFL. I would love to see it in the NBA.
Yeah.
In other sports around the world begin to decriminalize on a plant that never hurt a soul, never been proven to hurt anybody, even though they're going to start some wild shit. They're starting with the vapes and things like that. And I mean, it's never been associated, or should never have been associated with an opioid. We see people dropping the opioids daily. Never seen anybody dropping the marijuana. So, I mean, great for the MLB and those Bulls over there. And hopefully other leagues will follow suit.
Yeah.
America's sport. That's funny.
Yeah, man. But definitely another episode of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast is in the books. We'll be back tomorrow. Fuck shit Friday. Get ready. Get your seatbelts buckled. We going in tomorrow. Go ahead.
Oh, I got one more rapid fire for you.
Now. Oh, no doubt.
Fuck shit Friday.
Yeah.
You ain't want to talk about your mentor today, dog?
Who?
Come on, man.
We'll get to him tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's give him another day. We'll give him one more day.
Your mentor.
We'll give Abdullah another day. Umar Abdullah one more day. With that photoshopped ass picture. You gotta leave the people's comments. They're like, nah, it's Photoshop. Nah, it's not Photoshop. It's crazy,
man. At the end of the day, where's the interview? And Charlamagne, come on, man. We'll talk tomorrow, man. Fuck shit Friday. We're excited, man.
Yes, sir. Episode 279 is in the books. We definitely appreciate you. Hit that 5-star rating. Leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. I'm over and out. Peace.